Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 20 of my 4-player free-for-all Age of Wonders 4 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing as Straelak Soulreaper, and I'm leading the human Hollowkin. For more information on my leader and race characteristics and specifications, please check the video description. In our last episode, we won a very important battle, and that battle occurred just outside the throne city of Tarin Tinkermane. So Tarin brought some additional forces kind of from where I couldn't really see them and reinforced the units that are in her beleaguered throne city and tried to repel my sieging army. Now, she was almost successful, but thankfully we were able to win the battle and really keep our losses to a fairly decent minimum. The spell casting is really what saved the day for us, so that made a huge difference. Now, that tells me we have to continue to reinforce this sieging army because, of course, Tarin obviously has additional forces that she's able to bring to bear. And part of that is because if we go underground, she still has a city down here, the city of Anvil, so she's able to build up forces and then come back up to the surface here, bring them across the water, and reinforce her city. So that is something we have to remember. It's a pretty strong consideration, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled and make sure that we're reinforcing with additional units here so that we don't get overwhelmed and lose our hard-fought time that we spent sieging the city. So we've got 5 turns left to go, and it'd be a real shame to lose it after we spent so much time working on the siege here. So that kind of sums up what's going on with Tarin. Over on this side, we are gradually moving our forces over. I'm going to have to be careful because I really don't know what to expect as we get closer to Tarin's domain. And you can see, we can see a little bit of area that Tarin has control of. And, you know, I've been thinking about this a fair bit. I'm a little bit worried that we're going to get over there and, you know, Iska's had a lot of time to start to build up. And so, granted, we've been continually vanquishing Iska's forces as they tried to make landfall on our and outside of Sorcerer's Solace there, but I really don't know what to expect, so I'm definitely going to have to proceed with caution here. Otherwise, I think we are going to get into the episode, but before I do that, I did just want to give a quick shout out to Death, who left a couple of great comments on the last episode. Death had a great point regarding Sorcerer's Solace, and that's that I can get them to help me in the conflict with Iska. And what I think I can do here, so it says preparing attack in 4 turns. So I think that means that they'll be sending an army in 4 turns. The next army will be ready in 4. If the target is set to none, the army won't spawn until after target selected. Right now it's automatic. I'm going to set it specifically to Iska Warclaw here and have them go for Iska's throne. So presumably that's what the camera is showing me right now, where Iska's throne is located. I think I remember the camera panning over here at one point when Iska returned from the void. So that's where we're heading ultimately, is kind of to this bottom corner. I think it was right around here, if I'm not mistaken. So that we'll see if we can find the throne. But that's one thing we can do there is we can get the cooperation going from Sorcerer's Solace to really help us with Iska. And I think we're going to need it because, like I said, Iska's had time to build up. So even though we've been vanquishing her armies, you know, I'm a little nervous about it just because she's had all this time to build up without us really harassing her cities. Whereas, like in Tarin's case, we've been kind of directly harassing the main army and the main city. So the next point here from Death is that just a good reminder that Tarin does have forces at the outpost. So if we zoom out, you can see the little marker here that shows that Tarin has an army in the outpost. So we have to just keep our eyes on Redfjorn because that means that we don't currently have any units defending it, as you can see. So we just have to watch out because there might be some units hiding there in the outpost that could potentially either aid in the counter siege here or start attacking our city. So just a good reminder. Death also had a point, which is not to worry about that army that spawned near my throne, and that's this army here. This spawned in response, I believe, to one of those events that occurs that pops up where you have to do like a skill check, and I was thankfully successful in my skill check. So Death advised not to worry about it, so I won't. I'm not going to focus on trying to build up anything to attack or defend against that stack. It should be okay. I really appreciate the excellent comments and suggestions, And without any further ado, let's get started here. So, all right. We have then this Dark Knight that we can certainly start using to assist. And you know what? I think I'm going to have this Dark Knight move and join my forces here that are going to attack Iska. Oh, and you know what? I just walked out into a pretty nasty spot here where we've got Krakens. And you can see they're a tier 4 mythic unit. That's pretty scary. But, you know, I was thinking it would be nice to reinforce this army as well. I really don't have any units that are available to do that. And that would be where getting Sorcerer's Solace to help me would come in handy. So, you know, I suppose one thing I could do, we could do this attack now. It would cost us some Imperium, but we could speed this up so that the army is coming along with us. The alternative is we just wait a couple of turns. And when I say wait, that doesn't necessarily mean we don't creep closer, but I think we might want to explore a bit further, just so we know what we're getting ourselves into and if there's any lurking units that are hiding. One thing that I noticed here as well, if I go back, so like I said, when I click on Sorcerer's Solace and I go to that Iska Warclaw, it's showing me, I'm guessing, where the Throne City is, which is here in the kind of bottom right corner. I had thought it was a little bit further up right here, so maybe what I'll do is instead of going straight this way, I'll head over and then I can kind of go down. And maybe I can even make landfall a bit easier. My worry is that when I'm in the open on the water, I believe one of the more recent updates changed some of my spell casting. So let's just take a look. We're working on Summon Reaper right now, which is fantastic. But the big one that I'm nervous about is Raise Zombies cannot be used in water battles. So this is a spell we've been relying on pretty substantially, and I'm thinking we don't want to get into a big fight in the water. Another thing I've noticed here is that Sorcerer's Solace has some Kraken that are guarding the borders of the territory. So very powerful tier 4 mythic unit. That's pretty cool. I mean, the nice thing about that is if Iska sends any units, we've got really good defenses built up here to defend kind of the ability to make landfall. So, as I said, I think I'm going to head this way. Oh, nice. Okay, there is land over there. So maybe we can just make landfall there rather than kind of going into Iska's territory. Again, it's a bit of a gamble because I'm assuming that when that camera pans here, it's showing me where the throne is, but I don't know if that's how that works. I didn't realize if that actually kind of was the case. What's interesting about that is that might actually be a bit of a cheat method where you can see exactly where your opponent's throne is if that's how it actually works. I'm assuming that's how that works. It might just be that it's the nearest city that belongs to Iska. I'm not sure. But anyway, I think if we move over here, we can make landfall perhaps a little bit less, you know, with a little bit less risk. So I just want to see what else I can see before I commit to where I'm going to land here. So what else we got? There, I think we're good. So we will just keep working over. And, you know, we can even land here and then kind of work our way in more gradually. I think that's probably a smarter bet, I would say. Because I was thinking about it in terms of, you know, we got into that problem when we made landfall against Tarin, where we made the landfall in her domain and immediately got attacked by a bunch of units, and it was a fairly dangerous battle. And I didn't want to make that same mistake here, so I'm thinking by kind of pivoting a little bit, that might be smart, not to mention, like I said, gambling that the Throne City is down here. So we will see how that works out. Hopefully that's not a terrible decision. Another thing we want to do here is in Forndusk. Nice, okay, we can start working on another unit. So let's just grab another... You know, a Dark Knight would probably be good. Either that or maybe a Night Guard. These Night Guards have been super useful as just kind of our tanky defender units. Let's get a Night Guard going. And then we will end our turn there. I think that puts us in pretty good shape here. So let's pan down and see what's going on. Okay, so nothing really down there. Okay, and oh, I forgot about this. I actually was going to engage this army before, but I guess it's happening anyway. There was a unit coming from that spawning nest over here. I think it's a dragon spawner, and it sent some units over that are just harassing me. So This is a good opportunity to just get some experience here, so let's do it manually. One thing to note is that the Spelljammer is in effect, so we just have to be cautious there. We don't want to take a bunch of unnecessary damage if we can avoid it. So let's make sure that our units are healthy if we can here. I'm going to let them come to us because they're the ones attacking, so let's get a restore going. There it is. Necromancer can buff our pikemen up front. So I'm going to just consolidate my troops a little bit here. We'll move our Warlock over, move our Necromancer over, throw a buff on there. It's just for our pikemen again. Skeletons in kind of rough shape. We'll keep them back a little bit. We can move these guys up front. Get our Banshee going. This Necromancer's done its thing, so we'll just have to leave them where they are. And this Warlock, new addition to the army, can just move over this way. We do have a Dark Knight as well. This Night Guard's kind of beat up, so we'll keep him back. I think that's pretty good. Just double checking everybody's kind of where we want them. All right, so we'll end it there. So really, the name of the game in this fight is just trying to not take unnecessary damage. We've got oodles of mana, so I'm not too concerned about casting points here. So let's just start hitting them with damage, because why not? Yeah, look at that. We can throw some pretty good damage on if we really wanted. Just seeing what would be best. I think probably like this. Alright, so yeah, just whittling them down. With Straelak, we can do our Mana Unchained. We can also use our Spider, but I think we'll just do the Mana Unchained for our units here. We'll throw a buff on most of our troops. There it is. Oh, and that's an Iron Golem Assistant. I almost forgot about that. So this unit now spawns next to Straelak in battle. That's great. We can use that as an expendable, damage absorber, as it were. Maybe not the most glamorous role for the unit, but I think it's a smart thing to do. We'll consolidate our Warlocks a little more. And then, yeah, I think we just let them keep coming to us, and we can just keep casting spells, so that's totally fine with me. Okay, so they're going to blast us with a little bit of damage. They are hitting our Golem, which is totally fine. Alright, well, we're going to throw our Iron Golem Assistant in there just to, as I mentioned, really try to just kind of soak up some damage here. So let's just hit him here. There it is. And I want them to get attacked. That's kind of the goal. Just to, again, prevent extra damage coming to my my main units. Warlocks can start doing their thing. Ooh, not quite in cursing range there for that one. Thankfully, this one is, though. So what are we fighting here? We've got a Lightbringer, Spirit Hawk, some Zealots, and a Chaplain. Okay, well, let's see. We can curse the Lightbringer, I think. And then, like I said, I want to mitigate damage to the rest of my units here, so we will summon a Spider Egg. Use that. Alright, so we got a Dread Spider Hatchling. Throw that Hatchling in there as well. Again, I'm hoping these units will soak up a lot of the attacks here in the initial phase. That being said, not a bad idea to continue dishing out some damage as well with the rest of our units. Necromancer can move up, go for the kill here. Oh shoot, we grazed, so unlucky. I think what we'll maybe do is we'll retreat our Night Guard back, move our Warlock up slightly, and then see if we can get the kill this way. Excellent. Ooh, and we still have a spell to cast, of course, so Soulfire would be a good choice, perhaps like this. Excellent. Our Banshee can get involved here a little bit. Be out of range. Our Cruel Bolts. Oh, we are, okay. Wail of the Banshee, that's not going to work because we have to be actually in there to do it. Let's just go back here. We'll wait. I was going to use them to attack, but... Alright, so we'll just hang back. We can put our Night Guard kind of up front. Just to absorb some hits, but I think we're fine. Again, this is... I'm being a little bit, you know, overkill with the caution, but I think that's probably a safer move. Oh, and of course... Yeah, I should have expected that. Well, that's okay. A Necromancer took a little bit of damage, but not the end of the world. Iron Golem getting beat up, but doing a good job of absorbing hits, which is what we wanted. Alright, so we can step in here and get some good flank damage. Nice, and we got a critical, so that led to the kill. Meanwhile, on this side of things, we should be able to clean things up a little bit here. I'm going to move right over with my Warlock and do some blasting. Very nice. The Banshee can almost get the kill. Let's just step over and get the kill with our Night Guard, though. Perfect. And then between the rest of our units here, we can attack the Chaplain. Nice. Some good damage there. A little bit here. Let's get our Dark Knight to move over and do some heavy damage. Oh, yeah. Big punishment there. Our Warlock can throw a curse on here. You know what? Let's just maybe get the finish on this guy. There it is. And then our Necromancer can step up, blast here. Very nice. And do the same thing back here. Excellent. And then let's just get the finish here with our Night Guard. Perfect. Well, nice and clean battle. Just a little bit of damage that we took, but nothing too bad. And hey, a level up for our Night Guard there. I will take that. And some extra souls. That's never bad. All right. So, let's see what we've got here. Negotiations have succeeded. Oh, and this is Bellstar Underground. Wow. I completely forgot about this city. This is a free city that we've now got the Pact of Cooperation with. And we'll have a Pact of Loyalty in 15 turns. So, hey, that's not bad at all. Yeah, and I think we've given that, yeah, because we gave them a Whispering Stone quite a while ago. So, I mean, hey, that's great. We're continuing to develop our relationship with another free city. Eventually, when we can spare some Imperium, wouldn't be bad to boost it. Right now, though, I'm saving up my Imperium, I think, for the Spying Shadows skill, which will give me a vision of the whole world map. So I think that's going to be useful. I might also consider... actually, you know, I could do this right now. Casting reserves. My thought there is that would be very helpful when it comes to the world casting points, because right now we're limited to 95. You know, I think this might even be better than saving up, because this is going to take a couple of turns to get here. So this would pay more immediate... I'd get more immediate benefit out of it. So let's grab that now that I think about it. Yeah, and there we go. So that boosted our casting point maximum. The combat casting points are less important because we've got the... Oh, here we go. Iska Warclaw has returned to Gardheim. Let's see. Okay, so it is in this bottom corner. So I was a little bit off when I was thinking the city was here. It's down here. So the throne city is down in this corner. So I am actually glad I'm moving over this way, because I can kind of maybe bypass this city and try to go straight down towards the throne. So Tarin Tinkermane has returned. Oh, and Tarin's back in her throne now, along with 2 other heroes. So we will have to be careful. As I mentioned, I do need to reinforce. So we've got a Dark Knight coming down to help with that. Very good. Excuse me. Let's see what else we've got here. Red Fjorn, we are going to need to start working on another unit. So, let's get a Night Guard going. I'm really a big fan of these Night Guards. They make great defensive units. That being said, though, the Dark Knight with the added mobility, it's a little faster to get down there. But I think the Night Guard is going to really come in handy. So that's what we'll go for there. Nice. This Dark Knight is ready to move over, so we will happily do that. Very good. Thorndusk has produced a monolith. That's nice. That's helping with our mana situation. We just need to continually make sure that our mana income is still keeping up with the demand, because obviously we're relying quite heavily on our casting, really, to improve things. So, you know what? The armory is boosted, and that would improve our draft income. That would give us 30 more draft, which, you know, that could come in handy, actually. Just seeing what else we have options for building here. A Masonic Hall or an Estate Hall. The Estate Hall would help grow the city faster. The Masonic Hall would improve production. Neither of which can be boosted without another farm, unfortunately. Now, the city will grow in 3 turns. So when it does, we could add another farm to boost production of the Masonic Hall. Or we could add another Forester to boost production of the Estate Hall. So I think that's probably pretty efficient. So let's go for the Armory. It's also not that gold expensive, so that's good. Okay, and here we go. Our spell is now ready, I believe. Hand back over. Yes, Summon Reaper is ready. Okay. Summons a Reaper, a mythic unit that can instantly kill units and empowers your undead. Ho, I am very excited to try this unit out. This will be my first mythic unit and my first tier 5 unit. Importantly, though, you can see, and I mentioned this last episode, it does have an Imperium upkeep cost, so we have to keep that in mind. So let me just figure out. I'm thinking I'm going to add it into this army, because right now, Tarin's forces, or the forces that were sieging Tarin City, are pretty strong and we're continually reinforcing, whereas these units are a little bit more on the front line. So, and we also don't know how strong Iska is, and I suspect Iska is probably substantially stronger. You know what? Let's check something before we make that decision. I think we can see... Can we see score? Let me see. Economy ranking, magic ranking, expansion ranking. So I'm number 1 in expansion. Tarin is number 1 when it comes to magic. And economy, Tarin... Okay, so Tarin is actually ahead of Iska. That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that. What about this? Military. Okay, I'm number 1, but as you can see here, Iska is number 2. So I think we have to watch then Iska a little bit more closely, especially since we don't know what we're walking into. So let's close that out. We'll go back, and as I mentioned, we are going to summon the Reaper, and we're going to add it in here. So let's go like this. Amazing. Oh, let's take a look at this unit. Ooh, very cool. And there's that scythe. Greater corpse consumption, so can use that to gain 40 temporary hit points and strengthened. But it, again, cannot be used in water battles, so making landfall is going to be pretty important for us here. Finger of Death. A base 60% chance of killing target, non-hero enemy unit. If unsuccessful, the unit sustains 45 frost damage instead. Man, oh man. If a non-undead unit dies from this ability, it transforms into a decaying zombie under your control until the end of battle. And it has a 4-turn cooldown. That's extremely powerful. Control loss immunity, so you can't berserk or dominate it. Dark Rites. Grants non-Reaper undead units in the army plus 10% damage. Wow. Demolisher. Fierce. Heartless. That's incredible. Wow. This is a really powerful unit. It's resistant to charge as well. Key things here, of course, being undead, fire weakness, and spirit weakness. We just have to keep that in mind. So, yeah, very, very cool to have. So I think if we make landfall, that's going to go pretty well for us here. Let's just see what we can do for additional unit summoning. Again, we could start working on perhaps summon soul, we could work on a corrupt soul. Or we don't have enough souls right now to summon another Reaper, so You know what? Let's just go with a Snow Spirit here. And I'm going to add that into this army as well. And then what I want to do, though, is I want to put the Reaper in with my main army, whichever one's probably the strongest. I'm thinking this one's probably the best bet with Sereth. So we're going to move one unit out. Let's get the Corrupt Soul out. And we will take the Reaper and add it in. Fantastic. Now we can make landfall here, and we have to be pretty cautious. So let's take our slightly more mobile stack here that's moving over the water easily. And we can see what we... Oh, so here is another city of Iska's, it looks like. So, all right, well, let's get onto land at the very least. Okay, this is a bit of a risk because... Ooh, and there's an army, presumably. But we've already sort of committed at this point, so I think we just keep going here. Okay, so let's see if we can see anything if we advance slightly. No, I'm going to keep these units together because I don't want to risk anything. So we've made landfall tentatively. Obviously, it's we're still pretty concerned about what could be coming out of the mist here. And we know Iska's got a unit at least there. We did see it briefly. I don't know if we can see it if we zoom out again. No. But I'm going to have to be very, very cautious because I know Iska is going to be packing some pretty powerful units, would be my guess. Spells ready to cast, we already did that. So then in terms of what to do next, again, we're waiting on those extra souls to be able to summon our Reaper, so we will have to hold off. Let's see what else we can do in the meantime. We've already reinforced down here. Not sure if there's really a whole lot else for us to do at this point. Gold supply is pretty low, and I don't think we have any more heroes to sell. We have some in the prison, but none... We don't have any in the crypt that we can take advantage of that way. Oh, here's... Okay, we have that other vassal underground. I'm curious if we can have them help us in combat as well. Oh, but you know what? They're not a full vassal. Right now, they're a tributary. So let's see, though. Cooperation. Okay, so it's too low currently. They won't send armies, but maybe once they become a vassal, then they will. Yeah, war coordination becomes available. So that's something to look forward to with Safe Word here. One thing I'm thinking is, I mean, again, whether we save the Imperium or we use it, again, other upgrades, ultimately Spying Shadows would be great, but I don't know. I mean, what else do we have here? Shuffling research skills costs less. Research city structures cost less gold in production to make. What about here in Materium? Cities that share a border with the Throne City gain plus 10% in all types of income. I think we do have one. I think Dim Tur shares a border. Special province improvements grant 5 extra gold. Now, that would be actually quite useful to augment our gold situation. So maybe I'll just save up for this. As much as I want Spying Shadows, I think I have more pressing needs at the moment, really. Yeah, okay. Orders required. So we're going to just stay put where we are here with this army. So yeah, that Reaper, I think, adds a fair bit of muscle to our forces. So let's just look at our combat score. So we've got 1,400, 1,200, 600. So that's not bad. I mean, so what? That's 2,600. You could round it up with the 50 and the 40 there. So you're looking at 2,700 plus... another 600, so about 3,300, give or take. That's pretty respectable. Bone Horror here ready to go. Okay, that's great. We can send the Bone Horror down to reinforce the siege of Tarin City. And then I think that's going to be enough for our turn. So in terms of what to summon next, I don't want to spend any souls on anything at the moment because I want to save up for another Reaper. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to work on some more Snow Spirits, just because. I mean, we've got the mana to spare. I was just checking what else we could do. We've got the mana to spare, so we might as well just keep on summoning them. All right, I think that's going to do it for our turn, so we'll end it there. Let's go see. Okay, so I was a little worried that Iska might come out and attack me, but doesn't look like it. Interesting. Tarin has a trade proposal. So she would like to make peace and have a treaty for a truce. They have the following offers for us in return. So they're giving us mana and gold. I don't think that's worth it, honestly. I'm pretty close to perhaps getting Tarin out of the game. So I think I'm going to decline that. Maybe that's a bad decision, but I think it's a good move for me. Again, 3 turns till we have this siege ready to go, so it's pretty exciting. All right. Any other developments here? I'm not seeing anything else super worrying on that side of things. Now, over here we have to decide, do we want to creep in and see what we see? We'll have to be very, very careful, but maybe we use a unit just as a scout here a little bit. Let's see what we find. Again, I did see an army in here. Ooh, our vision is terrible. Okay, well, this little guy moved in a bit, so I'm going to just gradually move in here, I think. So we'll join him over there. Move like this. Head over here. So, I don't want to take too long, because if I wait too long, Iska can move units in to kind of counter me, but I think it's smart to just take it kind of bit by bit just to make sure we don't overextend. Another Snow Spirit is ready. Let's just get that in there as well. You know, these units just add a little bit of extra meat to these stacks. Just have to be careful because we are running pretty low on mana, so let's see. We can probably fix that with some additional production, though. Let's close that out. Red Fjorn over here. We can do a building. Monolith would be great, but we do need to have a conduit, which currently we do not. I don't know if any of these count. A Spelljammer counts as a conduit. Ooh, but it does drain our mana, so that's not good. Cryomancy is a research post. Transmutation. Yeah, none of those are going to help. One thing I suppose we could do, we currently have, you can see here, we have transmute resources going. We could turn that off and then use that we could basically get rid of that spell, and that would turn a lot of the mana income from this city back over, and we would actually get that back. So if this becomes a problem, that's going to be an easy solution. Of course, that's going to decrease the production food income of the city, as well as the gold income we're getting. So, but it's nice to kind of have that flexibility to be able to pivot as needed. Nice. Okay, Dim Tur finished the new town hall. We still can't expand at the moment, but that does give us access, I think, to producing the Dark Knight as well, so and the Necromancer. So we're able to make some of these stronger units. Let me see what else Dim Tur can do here. The Blacksmith and the Caltrops are boosted. We do have a Monolith that's possible. That's going to take 5 turns, though. Be nice to get another quarry to be able to speed that up. I would like this just to help with the mana income, as I mentioned. What are other options here? Academy. We need another quarry, so waiting another couple of turns for the city to grow might be a good idea. And then we can boost the Monolith production. Because it's a lot of... It would spend almost all our gold if we were to do that right now. So maybe I'll just leave it be. Forndusk. Working on that armory. We can do more unit production. As I mentioned, I don't want to spend any of my souls at the moment. So I think what I'll do instead is just keep spending gold on... Oh, and I didn't realize this, but oh, that's right. Because of some of my upgrades, my units all have mana upkeep costs. So that is adding to my drain on my mana resources. Even if they're just my summoned units, they still have a pretty substantial mana cost. Okay, well, that's good to remember. Let's get a Dark Knight going. And then we'll send this unit down over towards Iska here. This unit here as well can move in. We got to be careful. We don't want to get ambushed on our way to reinforce, but can head over there to try to get near our stacks. Nothing underground we can see at the moment, so we'll come back up. Red Fjorn finished the Night Guard. That's great. Bone Horror is also ready to go, so let's send him over. And then Night Guard can also move down to join in. Orders. Yeah, so I think we'll just have this group stay where they are for now. Again, I'm a little gun-shy after what happened last time, so... we don't have any more units to produce over here right now without any gold, so unless we want to spend souls, which I'm not happy doing, so we're just going to wait in Red Fjorn. Dragon's Lair. Oh, it's now infesting our soul well tile. That's unfortunate. You know, I maybe should have gotten rid of this when I had the chance, admittedly. But, oh well. Spell casting. I mean, we could, you know, continue doing our thing with getting more of these snow spirits. They have 6 mana per upkeep, so it's not, you know, outlandish. The Reaper has 30 mana, which is obviously pretty expensive, but worth it. I think we already have adaptive armor up and running. I was just checking. Yeah, we do. Okay, that's great. Fetid Legion. We already have that one going as well. I'm just checking. Yeah, so nothing else we can really cast right now. It's going to be of super benefit. I guess we could do a Blizzard if we were able to see the enemy, but we currently don't. All right, let's just go with another Snow Spirit for now. All right, so let's end the turn there. Oh, shoot. Look. Oh, my God. Okay, wow. Iska has... I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but Iska has come out and brought the house to try to face me here. Holy cow. So we've got Berserker, Winter Fairies, Necromancers, White Witch, Sunderer. That's a skirmish. Okay, so mostly a lot of tier 3 units here. We've also got a Autumn Fairy. So it does lightning bolts. What do these ones do? Frost bolts. Good news is, being undead, at least we're somewhat resistant to that. Now, of course, that applies to Iska as well, since her units are mostly undead. Man, these Berserkers are such a pain because they have that steadfast that lets them basically take a hit and then survive. The good news is, though, we're on land, so we should be able to use our spells here. Well, all right, let's do it. Here we go. This is a fairly pivotal battle for me at this point. I know I say that about most of these battles, but really this is going to determine whether or not we're able to sustain a siege here towards Iska's city. If we lose this, it's pretty much all done. We'd have to completely reset. Hopefully we can get rid of Tarin and then have this pan out for us. So, okay, just kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. So I'm thinking we're going to want a main army up front and then try to get our range units in behind to really help. So the Reaper is going to be our you know, we're going to use the Reaper as much as we can. We have to be very cognizant. We don't want the Reaper to, you know, get in and get killed off. That would be devastating for us. So we've got our heroes with their abilities, including some summonable units. This is a tier 4 spider that we can summon for 3 turns. So we're going to want to, you know, wait and play that when it's going to be most beneficial for us. And then over here we've got, these are all of our kind of miscellaneous units, including our corrupt souls. Man, oh man, this is going to be a really tricky one to figure out. But All right, so Night Guards are going to be up front. That's going to be our main fighting unit. In terms of where this fight's going to happen, I mean, there's really not a lot of terrain we can sort of take advantage of here. One thing I'm thinking that might be good would just be to kind of build a little, like I said, an upfront army that can sort of be my tank. So we'll kind of group up in the center here as much as we can, I think. We can kind of maybe use this rock to our advantage a little bit. Get our warlocks over. Now, these corrupt souls, they really aren't super great at tanking damage. They're better more for, like, using them to ambush, I would say. Just in my experience in the battles that I've had so far in this game. So, let's do Strengthen Undead. We're going to strengthen our pikemen. We also want to make sure we're taking advantage of our defensive tactics wherever possible. That's going to be really important, I think. Let's get everybody over here. I mean, our snow spirits are going to be expendable, but we don't want to waste them. This warlock can perhaps move up just a touch. You know what, we could even get them in with our pikemen, but I think for this turn we don't need to worry. They're not going to get to us just yet to start attacking, so we've got another turn to be able to sort that out. We can also summon an elemental with Sereth, so both our heroes have an ability that lets us summon, which is going to hopefully come in handy. The Reaper, I think, will just kind of keep in the center here. We should probably buff the Reaper as well with our Necromancers. I'll have to remember to do that. Where's my other hero? Just want to see. I think we have the healing ability. Yes, we do. Okay, we have Restore. Our units are in fantastic condition at the moment, so let's just throw that Restore on one of our Night Guards, probably. So go like this. There, that's going to give regen for a couple of turns, which might help with maintaining overall health there. All right, so obviously spells are going to be absolutely critical for us. We're going to rely, I think, heavily on our zombies, as we always do. I think one thing that might be wise would be trying to eliminate some of these necromancers where possible, because they're going to allow Iska to, again, raise undead and just create problems for me. So I think wherever I'm able to do that, that's going to be very helpful. Just seeing how many are there. A lot of war shamans. Not as worried about them. There's a necromancer. So there's 2 there. And then 1 there. So there's 3 necromancers in this fight, as far as I can tell. So that's not terrible. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now, for spell casting, one thing I could certainly do is use Soul Overflow to buff my strongest fighters here, and I'm thinking that's probably going to be a good idea. Also, Sereth is a little bit damaged, so I'm going to have to watch out. All right, so let's kind of go like this. We're going to use this rock, I think, to try to kind of split some of the fighting here, so that we're not getting completely ganged up on as much. Ooh, the only thing about that, actually, let me back up, because I want my units to be able to all be together so I can throw a Soul Overflow on them. So my best fighters, we're going to want the heroes in there. We're going to want both our pikemen and our Reaper for sure. So let's put the Reaper up here, just temporarily. And then our Dark Knight, definitely. We're just going to arrange them as best we can to make this possible. We'll go like this with Sereth and with Umzish. And then in the back, we can also... I almost forgot about our Snow Spirits. We'll get Snow Spirit in there. And then we're going to do Soul Overflow like this. Excellent. So that Soul Overflow just buffs. You can see they get an extra 20 hit points. And they're strengthened for 3 turns, which is pretty powerful. All right, so now we can actually focus on how we want to arrange our troops. So move out here. And our heroes can kind of stay in the area, but not necessarily right up front. Again, I think I want to maybe use this rock a little bit if I can. Kind of like this. You know, I kind of want my necromancers up here as well. That'll give the defensive tactics bonus in addition, which is helpful. Corrupt souls can kind of maybe come out to the side here a bit to help. We're not in cursing range yet, so like I said, we don't have to worry about that. We can get a warlock in. Actually, we'll just move our Dark Knight there. And then, yeah, corrupt souls can kind of hang out on the sides. We will also keep our snow spirits kind of in a bit of a fighting line over here. Wouldn't mind having a snow spirit maybe move over to this side just to have that kind of expendable unit if I need to throw somebody into the mix. And then warlocks can step up. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I mean, it's the best I got right now, so we'll see what comes. I think that soul overflow is going to help a little bit, though. Oh man, I am so nervous for this one. I mean, I'm always nervous for these big battles, especially when the stakes are high, and in this case, the stakes are very high. Ooh, froze our pikemen. That's unfortunate. Okay, so they are just buffing away. As you would. Ooh, okay. Moving in to hit us with some damage from the ranged units there. Definitely going to want to try and deal with them if possible. We have to be careful. We don't want to overextend ourselves. Ooh, we got charged there pretty nasty. Okay. So they moved up their forces to reinforce their ranged units, which is smart. Now, here's where I'm thinking we use our heroes, and I kind of forgot to move them further up into the battle, but I'm thinking what we might want to do... The Sunderer back there. You know what? Let's get our Snow Spirit out there. Just hit him for some damage. Ooh, and that, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I should have used my ranged attack. Oh, well. We can step up and hit him as well with our Corrupt Soul. Alternatively, we could flank. Yeah, I like this better. Let's get in there and flank like this. There's a bit of damage. Okay. So what I want to do is use my heroes here to summon Spider Matriarch. Okay, excellent. Now that spider's going to help us out. Does have Frozen Web, which can come into play. Probably would have been smarter to actually not do this with the Corrupt Soul and let the spider get in there, now that I think about it. But that's okay. We'll just step in and do some work over there. Unfortunately, the Frost Spider doesn't do as much damage because these are undead that are particularly resistant to that sort of damage. So, a bit of a pain. Another Berserker over there. So again, I'm happy to maybe use these Snow Spirits where needed to kind of play defense. The Reaper we want to send out into the fight eventually, but we don't want to overextend with it. So I'm thinking spellcasting wise, let's kind of assess that too. So raise zombies we're going to use when we have some corpses, but right now there aren't really any corpses, so probably just some damage up front wouldn't be bad. Let's see, where would we get the most bang for our buck? Probably right in the middle here. So let's throw that on. Just start whittling them down a little bit. Again, these Snow Spirits, I don't want to just, waste them, but I also don't want them to... Defender. Again, I wouldn't mind tying up the Winter Fairy, perhaps. Alright, let's just throw some units out there. I mean, again, they're going to just die, but it gives me a chance to get my ducks in a row a little better. One thing I also want to do with my Warlocks is start throwing curses before I forget. Should have done that earlier. That would have made some of these attacks better. We definitely want to get a curse there, but thinking probably... Again, if we can kill off these fairies, that would be great. So let's see. This one can't hit that far. There's a winter fairy there we could curse. So let's do that. Again, because those ranged units are going to pick us apart from the back line, so we can hit them. I think that would be good. Do another curse there. We could double up, or we could just hit here. Like I said, I should have cursed first and then gone out and hit them. There we go. That's pretty good. Another one in the back here. Ooh, nice. Okay, we can curse on this side. You know, I wouldn't mind throwing it right here on this. I think this is a Berserker. Yep. So let's do that. Get that Berserker cursed. There we go. Might make things a little bit easier for us here. You know what? I'm gonna step over like this and do a little blast. Nice critical hit. Our Snow Spirit up here. Get involved. Like I said, these Corrupt Souls, I kind of want to keep them back, admittedly. I don't want them getting right up into the nastiest part of the action right away. The Reaper is now... I really want the Reaper to get out and into the action, so let's move the Necromancer over. Do a Magic Blast on this Berserker. You know what we could also do is we could Finger of Death. 44% chance. Let's try it. Ooh, resisted. Okay. Took a pretty good amount of damage, though, which is great. And then... blast here. Okay. Night Guard's going to play defense. Dark Knight. Boy, it'd be nice to use the Dark Surge if we could. Does a lot of damage if we can get a charge in, so... let's put the Snow Spirit up front. And we'll keep the Dark Knight kind of in reserve there, able to charge in as needed, I think. What else we got? Sereth herself. Oh, I forgot we can summon that elemental. Let's do that. Okay, nice. A Storm Spirit. So, Storm Spirit, we could definitely charge up there. Let's just get involved so that we've got more units up front to kind of act as more enticing targets, perhaps, for them. Snow Spirit could do a ranged attack, but I'd rather just sit in defense, I think. Corrupt Soul will move over here. Plug that gap just a little bit. This one can stay put. That's going to end it. So, again, I'm kind of hoping that they get enticed by some of my units I've thrown out there, but we will see. Interesting. Okay, used a Blaze of the Horde on my poor little... Ooh, ouch, that hurt. Yeah, so you can see getting rid of these fairies would be good, because they're just hitting us with... Ugh. Oh, that sucks. Slowed, decaying, that's really unpleasant. That's the danger of grouping up, I guess. Okay, charging in there. That's fine. They're hitting my Snow Spirit, which is fine by me. Okay, so they're... Ooh, that hurt. Cancel their defense mode on that Corrupt Soul. Oh, see, and there's those Necromancers in action, right? Summoning zombies. Well, at least that one used up his ability already, so... on not a particularly strong unit, thankfully. Ooh. Okay, smacked our Corrupt Soul for some heavy damage. That's not ideal. Oh, our poor Snow Spirit getting obliterated. Ouch, that hurt. Oh yeah, there we go. Using those corpses with the Necromancers to just get some zombies going. And we'll be using that approach here shortly, but we're waiting for a little bit more punch, hopefully. Also, I mean, the Necromancer using that ability now is probably not smart because you'd want to use that on your units to bring them back from the dead, I would think. You know, your tier 3 or 4 units that you want to revive. Ooh, that hurt. Okay. We weathered that storm reasonably well. I say reasonably well. I mean, it could have been better, but... Storm Spirit here can do some work. Our Snow Spirit can do our... try and freeze some units if we really wanted. We could jump in behind here. Get some of these units perhaps frozen. That might be good. What do we got here? So this Berserker needs to die, that's for sure. This Corrupt Soul is almost dead. You know, our Reaper needs to get in there and start putting the hurt on some of these units. These Decaying Zombies are annoying, but we will deal with them as we need to. First things first, though, let's check Raise Zombies. So right now, the only corpse is over here that we can use, so that's not worth using. We want to make some more corpses if we can. So one thing we could try is to concentrate on an area and make as many enemy corpses as we possibly can. Now, sadly, this Berserker, we can't kill him in a single turn because of his Steadfast. It's pretty unlikely to be able to get that. So up here, though, we could throw a spell on, get a kill. So let's do that. We can kill off the fairy. Nice. Okay, there's one. If we could get that White Witch, too, we could get another zombie out of it, which wouldn't be the worst idea. Our Night Guard can get a really good flank shot on this Berserker. I think that would probably be enough to trigger Steadfast, which... Well, let's do it. Oh, hang on. Before we do that, though, Warlock might want to jump up here. And then we can at least hit him, debuff him a bit. There we go. And then we can hit him for the flank. Big damage. Yeah, and there. I think that's... Now Steadfast should have... Yeah, there. Now it's been triggered. That's good at least. So, we got that out. Let's see. Umzish is back here. We could get Umzish out and into the fight a little better. Like this, and then flank the zombie, maybe. Alternatively, we could do some lightning strikes, which is a pretty powerful attack, actually. As you can see there. It would hit the units in the back, which I don't mind. Let's do that. Nice, there. Getting some damage onto that fairy. Ooh, and you know what? We could send our spider in. Let's do it. Even though we're going to take that attack, it doesn't matter. Nice. Getting rid of that fairy's a big deal. That makes things a lot easier for us, I think, because now we're taking way less damage from the back there. So, all right, let's jump out and see if we can get a freeze going. What does this do? Deals damage. Frozen. Okay, so it just has a base chance to freeze them. So let's see if we can do it. Okay, no freeze, but hey, we pinned him in place. War Shaman and Berserker. Let's hit the War Shaman, maybe. Or, you know what? Maybe we just throw him in defense mode. Yeah, there. That's probably better. Now, our Dark Knight can do some work. And we can get a charge going. We could cancel Retaliation here, which wouldn't be bad. That's a pretty decent idea. We would also... Well, you know what? Let's hit him first with this before we do anything else. There. Okay. And then, is that... Oh, you know what? That does a lot more damage now. What's the cooldown on this? 3. Yeah. Just seeing what else we've got for options. This Necromancer over here is not in the best position, unfortunately. This Warlock could step a bit closer. Ooh, that's still not doing much to that zombie, unfortunately. I thought that would be a little better. I want the Warlock back over here, actually. Yep, there we go. Even though that's kind of sacrificing the attack this turn, I want that Warlock protected a bit better. The Necromancer's a little tankier, and so can kind of be out in the open a bit better, I think. Yeah, the question, though, is this cavalry. I think, you know what? Let's just do this. Does pretty good damage. There we go. I mean, I would have preferred to use that on a group of enemies, but... You know what? We can do some really good damage here. Let's do that. Nice. Really good work there. Sereth is now ready. Ooh, and we've got Fire Breath. It's going to hit some of our own units, though. That's the only problem there. What does this Howl do? Deals damage and applies 1 weakened enemy units. Doesn't do a lot of damage, though. That's the only issue. Boy, that hits really hard. I mean, the thing is, though, if we move her up and try to use it, I don't think you can use it. Oh, you can use it if you're engaged, apparently. That's all right. We could rotate her around out here and have her use it. I don't want to hit my own unit with it, though. That's the only thing. And I feel like if we step up with her, that's basically a death sentence where she's just going to get killed. Yeah. Steadfast is now ready on this one as well, so... Or is now procced, I should say. Maybe we'll save this, because it's got a... It's once per battle, so we'll save it. We'll just use a magic missile instead. We'll retreat back with Sereth slightly. And we can magic missile somebody here. You know what? Let's magic missile on this unit so that it's now down to almost 0 health. This Corrupt Soul now... I think we will probably just put in defense mode. It'll require an attack to get the kill on it, I think, so... We'll hit here. Nice, there's a weaken. Alright, Necromancer, what to do there? Also our Reaper, I made a mistake here and kind of pinned the Reaper in. So all my units around it have moved, which, not the smartest part on my end here. Let's get the kill with the Night Guard, I guess. Alright. We've done our spells. Yeah, so, you know what? I didn't mean to kind of trap my Reaper in like that. That wasn't the wisest move on my part. Whoops. Alright, well, that's okay. We'll just have to roll with it. Necromancer here can just stay put and blast zombies. We missed. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I forgot we had the Corrupt Soul here as well. Well, shoot. Let's kill the zombies, I guess. Okay, that Corrupt Soul is going to be in trouble, though, because... it's now in a not great position. Oh, and I forgot about this Storm Spirit up here. Let's hit this unit here for some damage. Alright. End it there. What I should have done is focused more on trying to get some zombies going, I think. Yeah, the Corrupt Soul on that side, I think, is pretty much toast. There goes the Corrupt Soul that had very little health left. So there's 2 Corrupt Souls done. That's not great. Ouch, that hurt. These archers are getting strengthened and frenzied, so they're going to do a ton of damage. Our combat summon's taking damage, that's good. Soaking it up for somebody else. Yeah, our Corrupt Souls are getting massacred here. Now, hang on, did I see that right? Is this a Necromancer over here? Better be. Yeah, okay, that was the corpse of the fairy. Okay. So I think the Necromancers have all enemy Necromancers have used their ability already, their revive, so that's great, because the thing I was afraid of is them reviving one of those Berserkers, and then the Berserker gets steadfast again, and it just creates this huge problem, so... Alright. Nice. Combat summon getting smacked around a little. That's okay. Alright, so... We do have this ability to create the shocking zone, which wouldn't be the worst thing. You know what? We could do it like this and hit the back line of the enemy a little bit here. So let's do that. We still get our attack as well. So we could finish off the defender. And then I think we've got a couple of corpses there, actually. Let me see. Oh, shoot. We're standing on top of the other one. Well, dang it. There's 2 corpses over here. So we're starting to get a little closer. But yeah, I think all the enemy necromancers have used their... Yeah, there's one. There's the other ones here. Yep, already used. So I think we're in good shape there. Because I've seen there's been 3 zombies, I think. Alright, Hero over here is in bad shape, so we gotta retreat back. Yeah, this flank kind of is falling apart a little bit, which isn't ideal. Oh, and that Berserker's not great for us here. Yeah, we need some muscle over here, so this would be a great time to get some zombies in this corner. We do have some corpses. We've got our Corrupt Soul and Corrupt Soul. I'm not going to use my Necromancer on the Corrupt Souls. I'm going to save it because the Corrupt Souls, they're decent units, but they're a little underwhelming, admittedly. So I think I'm going to hold off with them. Let's do the Fire Blast, though. Nice, and we got a kill. And I think that means now we should have... Oh, yeah, look at that. Now we could get 3 zombies over here, which is fantastic. So we'd have one there, there, and there. So let's do that. Hang on. Before we do that, though, I don't think we have any other good means to kill off any of these units. Let me just see. No, and if we kill the Bone Horror, it's just going to come back as the skeleton. So that's not super productive. So let's do the zombies. There we go. There's 3 zombies to help us out. Ooh, nice. Good flank here. And then we can follow that up with a kill on this side. Amazing. Now they've got the skeleton, but we can also hit him here for some damage. Just like that, we got our own 3 skeletons to help us, which is fantastic. Do a Sundering Curse here. Actually, wait. This one in the back's probably best to do that. So let's throw the Sundering Curse. Did that trigger the Steadfast? I don't think so. We need to find a way to do enough. Oh, you know what? Okay. Oh, we'd have to move. That's unfortunate. I was going to say we could move our Warlock over, sacrifice the Curse, but... Oh, and that's still not enough to get the kill, eh? Well, shoot. I was thinking that might be a way to get a one-shot here with our Reaper, but no such luck. Oh, you know what else we can do is we can jump out here like this. I like that with Umzish. We've already summoned our spider, so yeah, let's jump out like this. Nice, there's a kill. We can do some damage here as well. Very nice. Our spider can either get a good amount of flank damage on the Sunderer, or could step over and try to tie up. And what does this do? Let's see. Frozen, so it has a chance to freeze the enemy units. Not sure what would be best there. Sundering Curse, we could throw that out there if we needed it. Storm Spirit, we were still trying to decide who would be best to hit over here. I think probably just getting the kill would be smart. Don't see. Ooh, and look at that. We've got a flank kill. Let's do it. Oh, but that's right. It doesn't just hit once. Okay, well, the Berserker's now down to 1 health, so it'll probably die next turn. I guess that's the best we can do. Reaper can't really get into the fight super well. We could move this guy up, however. It'd be a bit of a death sentence to throw him in there, but we could park him right here in defense, and then he's kind of tying up these enemy units a fair bit. which isn't the worst plan. Throw some curses on up in here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So, over here we can... another thing we could do is we could come over here and... I said I wasn't going to do it, but we could use Raise Undead on this Corrupt Soul if we really wanted to. Oh, Invigorate. I was going to say, I wasn't sure what the War Shaman's benefit there was, but it's that. Okay. The Dark Knight... Oh, you know what? It almost might be better to get out. I mean, we're going to take an attack of opportunity if we try to move, but I don't really like being penned in there. You know what? That said, okay, Dark Knight's going to sit in defense. The Reaper... the Reaper probably needs to get into the fight as well. You know what? Okay, here's what we're going to do. The Night Guard's going to go up here and sit in defense mode. The Reaper's going to follow out that way and try and do some work. So in the meantime, what we'll do is the spell casting here is we can throw some debuffs on. There it is. This Warlock obviously lost its ability to do that when we moved. We can't use the Sundering Curse, so we'll just do this. Try to help a little. There we go. Alright, Night Guard's going to advance like this. And then we will sit in defense mode. And then the Reaper could almost step out and start helping out up there. I don't want to get too far into the action, get myself in a bad spot, but we could go here, get a flank shot in there at least. Pretty good. Then the Frost Spider. You know, I don't mind this. Let's go over here, and then can we try webbing both of them? Yeah, I didn't think it was going to work, but at least we did some good damage. And then let's just get a kill here because we can. Necromancer can step up here. Do a magic blast just to help a little. And then we'll end the turn. So I'm feeling pretty good about it, especially with our zombies now. And we can get some more next turn if we need. Ouch. Ooh, that wasn't fun on our snow spirit. Hitting them with the fire. We may lose our poor snow spirit here. Ouch. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. The other problem is, you know, if we're able to win this battle... Ooh, and our Reaper's really getting beat up. If we're able to win this battle, the unfortunate part is going to be that our forces have been whittled down, so we're going to be a less effective army. We're going to need reinforcement. Almost certainly, so... Oh, and here goes my pikeman. No! Now that's one that the Necromancer would be good to revive, I think. Because those pikemen are super useful. You know, I put my Reaper in a bad spot. It's getting flanked all to Kingdom Come here. Hat's Retaliation canceled, which isn't great. Yeah, they're really going after the Reaper, which makes sense. I mean, it's a high-value target. So, yeah, I shouldn't have turned its back like that. That was foolish of me, that's for sure. Oh, nice. Okay, there was a decay death, it looks like. So let's just send one zombie back there to work on that support unit in the back. Send another one to get the kill, but I think it's better to get out here and start tying up units. So go like this. Boy, that really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Go like this. Got zombies in there. Okay. It'd be nice to kill this Berserker if we can. Sereth doesn't have any more ranged attacks, so we could just step up and get the kill that way. Oh, you know what? This might be a good chance to... Yeah, there we go. We could do the Howl, but it's only going to hit that one unit, so it's kind of pointless. Okay, where's our Necromancer? I would like to bring back our Night Guard. I think that unit's pretty darn critical to have. Even though it's only a tier 2, I think it's worth bringing back, so... We're going to revive him. There it is. That's huge. We'll use our hero. We have to be careful. We don't want to get our hero overexposed. You know what? Actually, let's do this. This is probably safer. We'll use the Warlock like this, and then we'll kill there. Okay, that's way safer. Another thing we can check is our raised zombies. Oh, we'd have 3 right here. That's not terrible. We'd have our Snow Spirit, Berserker, and our Corrupt Soul Corpse that would come back. Our hero over here, Umzish, can get the finish, no problem. There it is. All right, now our Reaper really got punished, which was my fault. So let's go back here and we will consume a corpse, I think, because yes, we could bring some zombies back, but I'd rather just get some health back, honestly. So let's do that. There we go. And then heals 40 temporary hit points. I don't see any temporary hit points. Why not? Soulbound. 1 less slowed. Oh, decaying. You can't get regeneration. That's right. Well, shoot. That was, I didn't even see that. I ate that corpse for nothing, I guess. Putting the Warlock in front of the Reaper just to try and prevent extra damage coming to the Reaper. Charge attacks here. Ooh, we could get in and hit that War Shaman for some pretty nasty damage. We've lost our combat summons, which is kind of unfortunate. This Night Guard's really kind of on his own up here, which, again, maybe I should have actually gotten some zombies going. I mean, I got 2 there, so maybe I use it, you know what, and get zombies. They're going to be in that stun zone, though, which isn't great, but... okay, we do have a curse we can use. White Witch. Whoa, we've got that Autumn Fairy back there. That's highly unpleasant. Alright, let's go with the Dark Knight and hit over here. There we go, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm disappointed in my misuse of the Reaper. That kind of makes me sad. Curse the Bone Horror. And then Sereth, again, not in great condition at the moment. Let's just get back there and get the kill. There, that's good. Night Guard can sit in defense. This Night Guard as well, I'm not sure here. Probably be good to tie up some of these units, but again, I'm getting kind of in a bad spot, so let's use this and get some zombies back here. You know what? We'll do this one right here. That gives us 3 more, so I know it means we have to sacrifice the corpse of our... we have to sacrifice the corpse of our corrupt soul, but I think it's worth it. I mean, unfortunately, these zombies are not really in good spots. That's the only issue. All right, we'll do some damage there. Nice. That Bone Horror is basically toast. We'll go up here. Do some work on that zombie. Now, it's a shame. I shouldn't have put this guy in defense. I could have had him get the kill. Well, actually, I think he just did. All right, that's fine. And then this one, we can head over this direction to help out. Now, the Night Guard here, I'm almost tempted maybe to retreat because I don't want him getting killed. So we will pull back a little bit and just consolidate. Okay. Yeah, definitely a few tactical mistakes there, but... Oh, look at that decaying just hitting us. Ooh, our zombies getting shredded. That's fine, though. They are combat summons after all. Yeah, they're going to try and kill the pikemen, I think. Oh, going after the Reaper still. Ouch. You know, I have to be really careful because that Reaper might go down because of the decaying if I let it take much more damage. I'm going to have to be really careful. I feel like such a dunce for letting the Reaper take all that extra damage, but... Okay. Nice. Bone Horror died. I'm assuming that means it's gonna... Yeah, there comes the skeleton. So, in the back there, we do still have magic missile capability, so that's one thing we could do is step up and kill the War Shaman. So let's do that with Sereth. There we go. Nice, there's a good kill. Decaying Zombie can step up and kind of get involved a little. Do that. Great. And then, yeah, we can just surround this unit with zombies if we really wanted. Let's do that here. We'll step in, get a flank shot. Big damage. Another zombie can hit right here. And then we can charge in and flank the cavalry here. Or the pikemen, I should say. Let's do that. Skeletons. Zombie can finish them off. Perfect. Okay, we're in pretty good shape. Umzish is going to have to do some work, I think, though. This Night Guard's really in bad condition. Thankfully, we have a zombie at least, so let's get the zombie in there. Okay, that's good. I think it'd be better to pull this Night Guard back, honestly. Same with our Reaper. I'm so upset with how I handled this Reaper, but that's okay. I want to make sure it stays alive, so we're going to keep it back. The Warlock on this side can do some cursing. Maybe we curse here. And then Umzish can do a charge. Hit like that. Nice. Okay, we got regen on Umzish at least. Zombies not able to get a kill there. Step over like this. There we go. Magic Blast does a bit more. Nice. Night Guard can step up and tie up the White Witch, so let's do that. Nice. Critical hit. We got some regen back as well. Over here... We already did a curse there, so maybe is there anything else we can curse that would be good? Honestly, not really. I think probably here, just to help Umzish a bit more. Warlock on this side can move in to assist a little bit as well. There we go, 70%, that's a bit better. Nice. Okay, we got spells. Let's see, do we want another Raise Zombie? We would get 2 here. That is using up our souls, but I'd rather do that than risk losing another unit, potentially, so... I guess the other option is we just do some soul fire. Could kill off this unit if we wanted. I'm gonna do it just because I don't like the amount of risk here, so... I'd rather have the extra zombies. There we go. Now we can really tie up the casters here. And then let's step over like this. Tie them up. Okay. So, again, maybe that was a waste of souls, but I'd rather have more of the zombies than let my units take a bunch of damage. Because remember, Iska may have more units than just this. waiting to attack us after this battle, so we're going to have to try to recover a bit. Okay, our zombies just getting shredded. And those archers are nasty. Once they build up a couple of stacks of strengthened and frenzied, they really do a lot of damage. Okay. They trying to retreat? No, they're just moving to hit my hero, that's all. Alright, so should be our turn now. I think our Reaper finally... We can use Finger of Death, but we're not really in range. What is the range on this? 4. Okay. So, let's see. Warlock can do some killing. Nice. Zombies probably need to do some work here. Umzish can't get over there. Oh, maybe because this unit's blocking. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Okay, we'll send Umzish over there. Good work. And then we definitely want to tie up the archers as much as we can because they are pretty nasty with the amount of damage they do. Get the kill up here. Between the 2 units, we should be able to. Necromancer can do some, and then... Yes, there's the finish with our Night Guard. Excellent. Zombies can go tie up the archers. We can get the finish over here with the zombie. There we go. And then let's get in behind. Flank them back there. Cavalry can charge in and do a ton of damage. Holy cow. Yeah, we had enough to actually get a full charge going, which was great. Is there anybody we can curse? No. So the only units that are left are these 2 over here. So let's get our Warlock over this way. Our Reaver can't use our corpse consumption anymore, so we'll just stay put. This Warlock... move over here as well. Alright, I think that's going to do it, so we'll end it. Actually, hang on, before we end it, just see, can we... We'll do this just to weaken that archer some more. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I was afraid of. They're going to back up and then hit our hero for a lot of damage. Okay, thankfully we resisted most of it. There's a little bit more, but... Again, this should be all she wrote. There's a decaying. Now, I don't think we have any more necromancers on our side that have an unused ability. I'm just going to double check that. No, our only one is here, and we've already used it, so... let's just get the finish with Iska, and then... survey the damage of how many units we lost. Definitely could have handled this better. So this whole stack's toast. We lost our Snow Spirit, which really sucks. And we lost our Corrupt Soul. So we definitely might have to reassess our strength here because now we're in pretty rough condition. Ooh, and look at that. Oh, man. Okay. Well, now we are under attack here. Oh, and this is going to turn into a heck of a long episode. Holy cow. So Tarin is now moving out to attack us. Yikes. This is going to be a tough one. Alright, let's do it. Oh, sorry guys, this is going to be a long episode, but... You know what, I wasn't able to record one this past week for anybody, you know, watching this kind of live as they're coming out, so... Maybe that's the trade-off. Okay, so again, casting points and spell casting are going to be our main weapon here. So, oh boy, our armies are still not in phenomenal shape after those last battles. Let's see if maybe we learned anything from last time here. So. definitely we can get our Mana Unchained going. So we want to get our best units, so that's going to be our Dark Knight. Our Iron Golem Assistant's going to be, again, a throwaway. Night Guard for sure. What do we got over here? Ooh, a good Night Guard. We can get him over here. And we're going to use our spells to buff health again as much as we can. We've got more Necromancers in this battle, which is going to be great for us. So we can get them over. Let's start getting some buffs on our best fighters here. Here we go. Okay. Now, this one's in kind of rough condition, unfortunately. We've got another Dark Knight over here, thankfully, so we'll bring him over. Bring this Warlock in. Again, I'm just trying to gather everybody together so that we're able to buff them all when the time is right here. Iron Golem Assistant and can just kind of advance. Skeleton can move up. Warlocks can get in behind. Oh, our Banshee. Let's not forget about that. Alright, so... And then what we'll do is next turn, when they're a little closer together, we will use our ability. In the meantime, let's get some health back on our pikeman that's in a little bit rough shape. Nice, okay. This Warlock here, I think we'll probably... Yeah, we'll just keep him kind of right there. Okay, so that's going to do it for our turn. And then next turn, we're going to use Straelak to buff our troops with our Mana Unchained. The good news is we got plenty of souls from that previous fight, so we don't have to worry about using them up. Boy, it's kind of interesting getting attacked by both enemy leaders in the same turn, eh? Let's see, we've got Mana Unchained. So, who else do we want to fit in there? Thinking probably... Well, we could get a Necromancer in there, too. We could get Straelak himself. That's probably not a bad idea. This Night Guard definitely has to get into the mix. We can put Straelak right in the middle. Oh, shoot, I forgot, though. Mana Unchained is a... Ah, dang it, that was a mistake. Yeah, it uses 3 action points, which I kind of forgot. Well, we'll put our Necromancer here, and then we'll start... We'll do it next turn. They're still moving towards us, so we should be fine in that regard. Okay, Warlocks are just moving up. And then let's also, while we've got everybody together, let's do our Soul Overflow here. Nice. Okay. One thing we could do with Straelak is use our Over Channel. It's only a once per battle, though, so I don't know if there's a lot of value in doing it right now. I think we'll just wait. Ooh, I forgot, though. The Spelljammer's in effect, so we are going to run through our casting points more quickly. That hopefully won't matter too much once units start dying in the battles, but just something we have to be cognizant of here. Okay. Tarin used Stone Skin, so she's just buffing her units up as she always does. Spell's ready to launch, so again, we are ready to go. We need to make sure we hang on to at least 30 casting points for a raised zombie if we need it. I mean, we're going to need it, that's the thing. So, we do have an egg that can give us a little spider to help, so keep that in our back pocket. Let's do our Mana Unchained here. There it is, okay. Again, spells. Not sure if there's really much that's going to be super useful at the moment. Okay, now we got to really focus on how we arrange our troops. So we are outnumbered, it does look like. So, thinking we want our... Definitely want our Night Guard at the front of the pack here. I'm going to shift my army a little bit to the left. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put our... Going to move our Warlocks back slightly. Bring our Night Guard up to the front. Our Cavalry in behind. Night Guard's going to go like this. We can put our little Golem Assistant kind of up front as well. I don't even mind putting him like that, so he's at the top of the pile. This Night Guard come in there as well. And then we will move our Dark Knight here and our skeleton like this. And our Banshee, I almost forgot, has to get over there as well. This Necromancer probably would be good to cram in there as well. We can rearrange this again a little bit more, but for now, I think that's what we're going with. And then I just want to make sure all of my strengthens and buffs have been used. I think they have. Yeah, okay, we're good there. Spell-wise, could do Baneful Curse, Sundered Defense, Sundered Resistance, and Weakened. No, I haven't really used this spell all that much, but maybe not the worst thing to try. So what are we dealing... Oh, and I forgot these... Oh, a Wind Rager. That's got a Whirlwind attack that can hit a bunch of units, so grouping up maybe not the smartest, but... let's try that Baneful Curse. You know, I haven't really used it much, but let's throw some cursing on here. So we'll go like this. It only lasts for 3 turns, but... Okay. We're going to end it there. Let them keep coming to us. We've still got enough spell casting for a zombie summon if we need it. That's always our ace in the hole. Okay, so they're just buffing away. I guess not unlike me. Ooh, yikes. Those heroes, that's nasty. A lot of damage there, but... Okay, so they're just advancing to take position here. Can't really get to the enemy heroes yet, so let's just put our Iron Golem in there and just have them start swinging. Okay. So... Straelak, we of course have Dark Ritual as well, which can be used. Let's get a Spider Egg going, maybe. That would be not a bad idea. You know what, we can even send this Spider out to stall that Zealot out there, so let's do that. Okay. That's fine. Now... time to start using our Warlocks here as much as we can. So we're just going to start cursing everything we can. Here's another one. Just dropping curses as much as possible here. I think those are the only 2 we have, though, unfortunately. Oh, we got one more over here. Okay, great. We can get a curse on this Anvil Guard or on the Wind Rager. Should have cursed the Wind Rager before I attacked it. Do that. So again, the cavalry can start charging out. You know what? I don't mind that. So let's go out this way. We'll hit here. Some damage. Skeleton can kind of move out. Go over here with the Necromancer. Do a little bit of blasting if we can. Okay, that missed. That's fine. This Necromancer I'd like to keep with my main forces, I think. And I'd like for them to just come to me. I don't want to go out and have to face them in the open field if I can avoid it. So I'm going to just kind of do this. I'll put my Necromancer in behind them. Ooh, nice. Okay, good Magic Blast right here. There it is. Dark Knight's going to sit in behind as well. Ooh, and we have a Necromancer over here as well, so let's maybe go like this. Oh, nice. We can do some good damage there. Okay, and then it's just going to be defense, defense, defense. Oh, and I totally forgot about our Banshee back here, too. I think the Banshee's probably going to be best served on this front. Let's see if we can... a little bit. Okay. Spell-wise here. Now, we've only got the 60s, so... 30, 30, 30. Okay, so we have to keep 30 so we can do one more spell. So a Soulfire wouldn't be bad. Ooh, and we can hit a lot of units right in here. Not that it's doing a ton of damage, but we get a kill there if we really were so inclined, but I don't think that's absolutely necessary at this point. Let's hit here. Nice. Okay, now, some units are going to die, and that's going to get us some extra casting points. Again, what I'm hoping to take advantage of as well is once they die, we can get those corpses and then get those zombies going. Ouch. Ooh, and there goes my little Iron Golem assistant. And my spiders, too. So the combat summons are toast. That was fast. Put my one Necromancer in kind of a bad spot. Ooh, that fire damage kind of hurts. Okay, so they're just shield walling up front, which makes sense. Nice little bit of lifesteal there, that's fine. Alright, so I'm not really too worried about my melee units up front there. They're doing a pretty good job. Kind of left my Necromancer exposed there, though, which wasn't the best. Alright, so big goal here is try to get some corpses. We've got 2 over there. We could get a 3rd one, probably, if we can kill this big guy. The Windrager. Wondering if we can make that happen. Our Dark Knight, fortunately, is getting... Ooh, this Bronze Golem. Yikes. And that's a Pikeman unit, I'm assuming. Yeah, it is. We are at a pretty substantial disadvantage in that department. But we can do this. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Nice. Okay, there's a kill, and that should mean... Yes. Okay, we can get 3 zombies here, so let's do that. Nice. Okay. That's going to help a lot. Ooh, we can get a good flank here for a ton of damage. Wow. Unbelievable. And now this one can get in there and start causing problems for their heroes, maybe. Yeah, let's get in there and flank the hero. Oh, I forgot about that. We took an attack of opportunity we didn't need to. Anvil Guard. I mean... We can blast him here for some good damage. Nice. Warlock in the back. Ooh, God, they got a huge army up front here, which is just kind of scary. So, Dark Ritual, again, that could be used to get some corpses, just like our other spell. It also does damage to the enemy, so that's kind of a nice 1-2 combo. Problem is, I don't think we're going to be able to really get any of these units down enough to kill them. The only thing, and if we do that, we're putting our own units at risk. Granted, we've got lots of Necromancers, so maybe it's a good idea. Just seeing what would be better. Let's do this with our cavalry. Nice, really good. One thing we can do is let's use Straelak's overchannel here. And I'm thinking we do a Soulfire, and maybe, yeah, we can get the kill there, and we maybe, I wonder if we could maybe kill another one. Let's see. I don't think so. Well, you know what? Between the 2 of them, they should be able to... Let's see if they can do it. This would be big if we can make it happen. Oh, that didn't go as well as I was hoping. Nice, okay, we can get the kill here, so let's do that. Soulfire can then be used to finish the other one off. And then we can use Straelak's ability. Alright, let's get the kill like this. There, okay. Nice. And then we can do another one, get a kill there, and that would give us 2 zombies for sure, which would be really good. So let's do that. Nice. And then raise zombie. Got 2. Oh, shoot. You know what? I didn't have to use raise zombie. I could have used dark ritual. Oh, dang it. Oh, well. That's fine because now they come back with movement, so maybe that's better. Yeah, we'll hit there for some damage. And we'll do some work here. You know what? We'll just put that one in defense mode. And then, let's see what else we've got. This warlock probably should move up and try to help with this fight a bit more. But we do need to deal with this, so let's see if we can soften them up a touch. Skeleton can get in there and hit him. Pretty good. On this side of things, let's just get in there and try to finish this guy off if we can. Nice. And then our necromancer can step off and then just get the kill like this. Nice. Okay, now over here. Ooh, look at that. Magic blast for good damage. Very nice. Straelak, like I said, I could use a dark ritual now if I really wanted. Actually, I could do it and get 2 right here if I am able to get a kill on this guy somehow. Who else can still move? Anybody? Oh, this guy can. Let's see. Oh, if we go here, we got a 65% chance. We might be able to get him. Nice. Okay. Let's use our ability and get 2 more zombies. Nice. Now, the only trick there is they don't really have any movement left, so all they can do is a little bit of attacking, but they basically can't move this turn. Meanwhile, over here, step over and just help a little more. All right, our Banshee. I don't want our Banshee getting smacked around too bad, but let's see if we can help a bit. The front line. Okay, and then we'll end it there. Well, I'm super glad we got a ton of zombies now. I love that aura thing that we have that dismisses a lot of their buffs and inflicts weakened and whatnot. That's really good. Yeah, and these zombies are going to take a lot of the damage for me now. Of course. Ooh, our pikemen getting flanked. That's not great. But yeah, the more of these zombies take the damage, the better. Oh man, our pikemen though. Again, that's the danger with them not being in defense, is they're just taking, in defense mode, they're just taking way more punishment. Which is not ideal. Okay. So, let's see if we can just do this clean. So we'll get the kill here. Nice. And then the cavalry can charge over and start dealing with that support unit. Perfect. Now, between all of our undead, let's see, can we just flank this guy into oblivion? Thinking, get our skeleton over to help out as well. Very nice. And then zombies here. Excellent. Enemy is fleeing the field. Do you wish to claim victory? No, I want to kill them off as best I can here. Especially the heroes. That's a big deal. If we can get rid of the heroes, that would be huge. We really sapped their morale, though. That was pretty excellent. Ooh, we can get a Sundering Curse here on the hero. That's great. And then we can... Oh, we could do it again if we really wanted. You know what? Sure, why not? Like I said, I really want to kill off as many of these units as I can, so... Necromancer over like this. Blast. Nice. There's the kill. Perfect. Okay, so now it's just going to be blasting here. Great. Do a Sundering Curse on the back line. Straelak can get the kill on this one, hopefully. Very nice. The Necromancer in the back. Now, one thing I need to pay attention to, I don't know if we, excuse me, if we have any of our own corpses that I'd want to bring back. Don't think we do. No, we're fine. So, yeah, we can just keep going. All right, who else we got here that can still move? Our Night Guard, our zombies are still mobile. Let's just start smacking here. Yeah, this is great. With them running away, we just get open season on them, which is excellent. And now let's just blast. There it is. We might as well do a soul fire and just keep whittling down the heroes. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's try and slow them. Ice Coffin. Yeah, let's try that. Whoops. Nice, we froze the hero solid. And that's Tarin herself. Okay, great. Now we can take our time and actually kill her off well. Excellent. Night Guard's just gonna do some work there. Alright. Zombie up here can head over. Wonderful. There, you can see all that sundered defense and weaken. That's just so powerful. Alright, so they are just taking off here. Makes sense. They're just trying to get away. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill this hero, unfortunately. But Tarin, because she got stuck by that, I think we're going to have a chance to actually finish her off here if we can. So, let's see. Can we get any unit in behind that way? No, it doesn't look like it. But here, can this Night Guard... Ah, it doesn't do much damage. I guess that makes sense. The stacks are all pretty weakened. As you do less damage, the less units you have in the army, right? So, makes sense. Go. Okay. Meanwhile, over here, we should be able to finish off a lot of these units if we can. There's some damage. There we go. Try and get that kill. Very nice. Alright, so, over here, I'm going to step up. Oh, interesting. They really aren't able to get hit that much by these ranged attacks. Ooh, nice. 65% chance to get the kill. Let's try it. Wonderful. Cavalry charge. Hits pretty hard, yep. Straelak can move up. Wonder what the odds are. Oh yeah, let's do the quick stab kill. Nice. Real personal with a dagger, just getting in there. Alright, so let's look around here. Are there any of our own corpses? I really don't think so at this point. No, it's all the enemy, so there's nothing to revive, which is great for us. I'll move up here and blast. A little bit more damage, and then can we just get the kill outright with a spell here? Not quite. What about Soulfire? Yep. There. I wanted to make sure we killed Tarin so that she went back to the void. This zombie is a little bit too far away to make much of a difference, unfortunately. Oh, nice. Dark Knight can get the kill over here. Perfect. We'll just send everybody down the way here to see if they can help. Nice, good hit there. Even though we had low odds to get it, we still made it work. Let's try that again if we can here. Oh, out of range. Okay. So, I suspect the hero's going to get away, unfortunately, but... Alright. Well, let's see if we can maybe get him before he makes it away. Gonna take a combination of, I think, spells, though, because we don't have enough damage otherwise. That's pretty good. Oh, you know what we might be able to do? Oh, shoot. Nope, not enough range. Do I have a necromancer down here? No, I don't. So, one thing, let me see. Can I... Ooh, yeah, I can finish him that way. Okay. Excellent. And then we'll let this guy get away. And that should do it for the battle here. Well, look at that. Fantastic outcome for us. One unit managed to run away, but otherwise everything else eliminated. And we only... Oh, we did lose a night guard. Shoot, I missed that. Well, we lost only a single unit, so I'm pretty darn happy with that outcome, admittedly. Okay. Well, hey, sorry for the extra long episode, but we cleaned out 2 separate battles that were very dangerous for us. So let me just go back over to Iska. So the only problem is Iska's got another stack here that could do some damage to us. And we're in pretty rough condition, as you can see. Oh, and now there's some pirates on the ocean here from Silverbridge. Oh, wow. So that's Iska's ally that's coming to probably help her. Well, shoot. We've got 1 reinforcement to help at least, but we're going to have to figure out what to do there. Now, Keystone, thankfully, I think the siege is still intact. But all in all, wow, what an episode. And again, very sorry for it being so long. I didn't want to split it in 2 because there was no good opportunity to save it in the middle. So let's save it right now. We will call this First Series Episode 20. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.